Hello everybody, in this video I am going to show you guys a little bit of a review and a build, just a walkthrough off of my Traxxas Mini Max build. So let's get started. So as you might have seen already, we are running the blue white max kit and a blue body on this thing. I'm running these stock tires, these actually a brand new set of them. Let's take the body off, show you the inside. So as you can see, we have the Traxxas VXL 3S brushless system in here. I don't think you really need it because I think it's fast enough out of the box. It does about 48 kilometers an hour. That's what I've had it up to. That was my fastest, and I think it'll do 60 right now on 2S. It has way too much power. I think they're overpowered out of the box. So keep the stock system in there. I only have this in there for looks. I don't ever drive this thing, so that's why this thing's in here. But if I would drive it, I would probably put the BL2S pack in here. And then when we have a look right here, we have the Traxxas 2075X servo with the red dot. That means this is the good servo that we have in here. So it's not really a fast servo, it's just metal geared. It's better than the stock servo because it's metal geared. Then for a radio setup we have a Spectrum SR215 receiver underneath this little cover. I can actually not, I'd have to screw the cover off, so I cannot show you that right now. Blending range, everything's good. Only thing I have the antenna sitting here because I forgot to put it through the tube. Let's go look at the White Max arms. So as we can now see, we have this blue white max kit on here. This is the heavy duty white max kit, so it's not only going to be looking better, wider, and it's also stronger. I've actually never drove it with the white max kit on there, so I don't know how it handles. It did handle great out of the box, so I don't really think you need it, but it is a cool thing to have. Now, I have it because of one reason, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. And then as you can see, we also have them on the front, of course, and also I have something underneath this which I'm going to show it to you a little bit later, but it's sick. So I'm running stock suspension. I did put, if I'm correct, 250 CST shock oil all around, and in my opinion the suspension is great. I have, because of this right here, I've added more weight and the White Max, so I would have to put like either 1 or 2 spacers in here because it does sit really low. I'll show you how low it sits in a second, but it touches the ground basically. So then, what makes this thing so heavy and make it look so good? It's the full stainless steel GPM skid plates. This is absolutely sick. It completely transforms the look off of the car. Only thing is, my complaint, this is stick down. Only held on with that little screw right there. But that also means if you want to take your ESC out, you have to take this off, and then nobody has double-sided tape that's as thin as this to put this back on. So that's the only downside of it, and it's gonna make your car heavier. So, but it's really down low, so I think for bashing, even though I don't bash it, it's not gonna make too much of a difference. And then this is what I was talking about. This is how low it actually sits. So this is its max suspension travel, and this is what it drops like. And if you're then driving, you push it down, it is fairly low. So I would have to put a couple spacers in here so it at least sits like this. But I don't think it's really necessary off right now. If I ever want to drive it, I will do it because I do not want to scratch these stainless steel skid plates. But yeah, it just looks so cool, and I love the suspension. It's actually for a ready to run car. Even though people say these shocks are bad, they have thin shock shaft and that's their issue. They bend real easily, but they are super smooth. This is buttery smooth. I do know that if these get older, the suspension does get way weaker, but for now, because these have never been really driven, the suspension on this is so good out of the box. I would like some GTR shocks, but they're so expensive. They're not too expensive, but you know, for a car you don't really drive that much, these are good enough. I would love to see some blue coated ones of these, with these shock bodies actually in blue. That would be really cool. So then this is just a quick little shot from the back. I will say it sits very cool and it looks very mean if it's sitting like this. But you know, if you want to drive it, you'd have to have at least on ground sitting like this, you know, like this or something, but not. This is way too low because this the littlest rock you will hit it. Because it's already a little car, it's not too high from the ground, so you don't really want to run it like this. And then if we just look at it from this angle, it is absolutely sick. And I'm just going to give you guys a little quick review of what I fully think of the Mini Maxx. So, in my opinion, the Mini Maxx is box standard a really good RC. Not only to start out with, but just for everybody. Everybody can have fun with this. They are super durable. They come completely ready to run. All you need is 4 AA batteries and a USB-C charger. That's it. You can charge this thing up with your phone charger. You can get faster chargers. You can get the Traxxas Easy Peaks, but you can also get little adapters so you can actually charge it up with your normal RC chargers that you'll find on a more conventional LiPo battery. And then I think it comes with a good power system out of the box. The servo is weak. I will tell you that that little stock blue servo, that's just not it. People say this thing isn't durable, but I don't really agree with that. It's really durable, and people talk about the dips going bad, but that's only when you add in stupid power. If you run a stock power system or anything like that, you will never have an issue. Well, you will, but normal driving, especially if you put it in like trainer mode for a kid, let's say, he will not be breaking diffs. The arms are super strong, everything's super strong. It's, yeah, only thing's weak point is really the body. They break a lot and really easily. So this is the body after about 2 months of hard driving. It's maybe not even 2 months. They do break pretty easily, the bodies. Let's take a look at the back of the body. And here you then notice that the body isn't the very strongest point off of the truck. Especially if we lift it up and take a look at it from that angle. Yeah. They don't take really hard driving that good. But as long as you get a second body, this body is still good for driving. It still protects the weakest parts of the truck, so the electronics are still covered. But the thing is, they do just unlatch if you pull on them. So that's something that goes out real easily. The clipless system. Let's talk about that for a second. So, these bodies are clipless, and you may think that's a good thing, and it is easy. It's easy to use, it's nice, you don't hurt your hands taking off the body, but there are downsides to this. Really, the downside is the bodies can pop off, and you may think, oh, my car's never done that. I've had it for a while now and it's never happened. But that's where it happens. When it pops off once, that's it. You pop off the body mainly once, and then it's gonna start popping off every single time because the little clipless things in there actually wear out, and you could just replace that by itself, but by the time your body is gonna be broken probably. So I would like to see an improvement on it, maybe a different system in a different spot. But one thing still is, because it doesn't have the clips, it also doesn't look bad from the outside. Because the clipless, it makes the car look good. It does make putting on the body very convenient, because all I have to do is this. And the body, is latched. That's how easy it is. And it also comes off just as easy. Click, click. Click, click. And then put it back on. It's pretty sturdy when it's on. But not even only the clips in the body actually wear out, but also these little things go out, especially in my opinion these. From a couple crashes they actually start to bend. That's also why my body doesn't go on very smooth. So you would really have to replace the shock towers once you replace the body, because it'll go out. Your body will not start to go on nicely. it will just if you ever have to replace your body because it pops off, replace these two, because these could also be a very big part of your issue. So then here's the reason I have blue arms on the Mini Maxx. This is my X Maxx. It has blue rims, blue arms and a blue body, so that's why. So that essentially was my quick overview and a look at the Traxxas Mini Maxx. I really think it's a cool car. It's very good out of the box. I would like to see a better radio system. And that is not only just for the Mini Maxx. I would like to see the radio system get renewed on every single Traxxas car. The TQs, essentially, they have to go. They are such lame. You could get a, you could get a 20 bucks radio off AliExpress and you would have more tech, more stuff, more control than the Traxxas radio. That's, I think, like 50 bucks if you have to buy it separately. And then you have the TQI. The TQI is usable, but it's getting old. It doesn't have what you want. The range is bad. So Traxxas, if you see this, which I doubt it, but please upgrade the radio. We know you could make a much better radio. So yeah, that's what I think of the Traxxas Mini Maxx. It's a great car out of the box. It comes with a good battery. Charger is slow, but it does work. And yeah, I think it is expensive. I do think it's really expensive for what you get, but you do get a Traxxas car that is relatively good. So yeah, you might pay a lot, but you do get guaranteed that you will find the parts in almost every hobby store. Traxxas parts are available almost everywhere and they're cheap. The white maxx kit for this thing is, I think, only about 30 bucks, 30 euros. The skid plates were 30 euros too. The skid plate is a really good price. I would have thought from a GPM item that would have been way more expensive, but it's priced really good. Everything you can get for this truck is really good price, except people that try and put in a VXL 3S. It's overpriced, it really is. You could go with a hollowing system for this thing for way cheaper. No, not way cheaper, but quite a bit cheaper. Better options, you have more programmability. It's just all around better than a VXL 3S. So I wouldn't go out and buy a VXL 3S for it, unless you just want to slap it right in and go drive and don't have to worry about programming. But the rest, it's great. I would say it would have been cool if it came with a 3S from factory, but then they would also have to upgrade the radio and they would have to make it more expensive. And I don't think it should get any more expensive, because it's already really expensive in my opinion. For a small car you could get about 3 MGX Hypergos for that money, which they will probably be faster. They will come with better lipos and stuff. So yeah. But that's your choice. I love the car. And with that, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Please follow the channel for more content like this, and maybe a full video review of my Traxxas X Maxx. And with that, I am going to say CK out.